soon enough, we will all be together in physical space and be co-present once again. But for now, we're doing what we can, and we thought that it was important, despite all the circumstances and all the trials of the past more than a year, that we come together to recognize the achievements of our faculty and grad student award winners, because just sending around an email didn't feel like enough. So I'm very, very, very happy that everyone can be here this morning to celebrate and honor those of our colleagues who will be recognized today with our school teaching awards and mentor awards, and our colleagues who will be recognized with our research awards. We've also folded into this the Graduate Order of Merit award recipients as well. Normally, we would recognize them at a breakfast the day of commencement with all of the undergrad Order of Merit recipients. For the undergrads, Jeanett and I have recorded a celebratory video, which is being sent to all of them. And Heather and her team have been producing beautiful stories about each one, which you've seen kind of roll out over the past couple of weeks. But for the grad students, there was nothing comparable. So we welcome them here with us today as part of our faculty ceremony. And so without further ado, let me hand it off first to Jeanett Castellanos, who will present the Teaching and Mentoring Awards, and then she'll pass it on to Mike McBride, who will present the Graduate Order of Merit Awards. Jeanett.
Thank you, Bill. I am so excited to be here today. Am I being heard? Yes, I am. I'm not muted. So today I have the honor of announcing the 2020-2021 recipients of the School of Social Sciences Dean Outstanding Teaching Awards. And we have a number of wonderful awardees. These awards recognize outstanding teaching within the school while also highlighting a commitment to inclusive excellence in teaching, dedication to higher education through the use of innovation, teaching methods, and mentorship. I would like to thank the School of Social Sciences Executive Committee for selecting the award winners from among the highly qualified nominees. First up is the School of Social Sciences Dr. Joseph L. White Award for Outstanding Mentorship, named in honor of my mentor and a mentor to countless others. Congratulations to the first of two recipients this year, Gary Richardson from the Department of Economics. Professor Richardson's record of mentorship at UCI is second to none. He's demonstrated a remarkable and sustained pattern of research mentorship for undergraduate students. His extensive work with economics students on honors theses, individual studies, and other research activities have been a key asset and point of pride for economics department for many years. He has also taken concrete steps towards advancing inclusion in the department's undergraduate research and honors initiatives, expanding their reach and impact across campus. In any given quarter, Professor Richardson mentors and supervises the research of many and more undergraduate students, and many faculty teach in their regular classes. And he invests heavily in each individual student. His activities have paid large dividends for the many students who have done research beside him, helping pave the way to their top-notch graduate school placements. Professor Richardson has served for many years as the rotating director of the Economics Department Honors Program. In the spring of 2020, yes, during the pandemic, he initiated a program aimed at increasing participation of minority students in the department's various programs, and in particular, the honors program. His extensive outreach efforts stoked significant interest in the honors program, leading to the largest ever number of applicants and a significant increase in the share that were minoritized undergraduate students. So please join me in congratulating Professor Richardson.
Thanks.
Professor Richardson, please, if you can join us with a few words.
Well, I'm really happy that you guys recognize my efforts. I really like working with undergrads, I guess maybe even more than most of the rest of you. But and it's the undergrads themselves that really do a great job. Like the last year has been kind of amazing. So like half of the undergrads I was working with are not in this country. Most have gone to China, but I had a student in Moscow and a student in Delhi. And so I spent a lot of time on Zoom at 9 at night or 7 in the morning because you got to be at a time where we're both awake.
Yeah.
But I think it's been really rewarding. And they've spent a lot of time looking at my background here in my bedroom, which is now also my office. But yeah, but the students are amazing. And I thank you guys for helping them and for helping me help them over these many years.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Richardson. Also a recipient of the School of Social Sciences, Dr. Joseph L. White Award for Outstanding Mentorship this year is Rocio Rosales from the Department of Sociology. Professor Rosales is a selfless, extraordinary, dedicated, and effective mentor. It is a common place for her to loan students books to inform their work when they don't have the means to purchase additional materials. She frequently sends her students opportunities she feels are fitting to their professional and research goals. For her, there is no clear line between teaching and mentoring. They operate as one and the same. She embraces a mentoring role in her teaching, and her mentorship, especially of students from minoritized groups, has been critical to their academic success. This kind of mentorship, researchers know now, is critical in building diverse university faculties and ensuring that college is a driver of upward mobility. In summer 2020, Rocio created a working group for her advisees to check in on research goals and receive support given the increasing isolation of graduate students during the pandemic. Her students reported that working alongside Professor Rosales ignited their passion for pursuing their own research at the graduate level. Her mentorship has proven vital in inspiring and training students with diverse backgrounds, but especially in fostering the university's mission of inclusive excellence. Unfortunately, Professor Rosales is not able to join us here today. However, I'll read her statement on her behalf. She states, "I'm so sorry I could not be present today. Perhaps somewhat apropos. I'm missing this ceremony because I'm happily serving on a student's dissertation defense committee. I'd like to thank my colleagues and students in sociology for their nomination and support. Thank you as well to Dean Maurer and the School of Social Sciences. Congratulations, Professor Rosales." I now like to announce the award-winning winner for the Dean's Award for Outstanding Undergraduate Teaching. Congratulations, Hector Tobar from the Department of Chicano Latino Studies. Professor Tobar's undergraduate teaching exceeds the criteria set forth for the award and advances UCI's mission of inclusive excellence. He teaches large and small undergraduate courses that include Chicano Studies 2, a large survey course on cultural production in Latino communities that is core for Chicano Latino Studies majors, and also reaches and serves UCI students seeking to fulfill general education requirements. His smaller upper division elective classes include upper division writing classes that he developed called Writing the Latino Experience and Immigrant Emotionality. Two of these courses received outstanding teaching recognition from the School of Social Sciences when they were last taught in 2019. The comments that students make in their evaluations explain why Professor Tobar's classes are rated so highly. Students consistently describe his courses as well-organized and that class material is presented with infectious enthusiasm for literature and craft. One student wrote, "Professor Tobar is by far one of the best professors I have had at UCI. He has such a strong ability to relate to people and move people while radiating with knowledge. He shares all his information through the power of storytelling and makes every single fact incredibly memorable. His passion and enthusiasm about the subject are extremely motivating. He has also a great balance between critically discussing texts and talking about how to write and giving tips on journalism." Of course, when asked about class weaknesses, one student lamented, "The class is only 10 weeks. Congratulations, Professor Tobar. Feel free to please say a few words.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so deeply honored. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you, Dean Maurer. I've spent my professional career as a writer, seeking out the accomplishments that come to writers, and that are awarded to writers. And when I arrived at UC Irvine, teaching, and especially teaching very large classes, was something that really absolutely terrified me. I approached it always with great trepidation, but it's turned out to be one of the most rewarding experiences of my professional career. I mean, as you know, we have UC students who come from across the state, for starters, and the state of California is like so many different universes. I've been, through my students, I've been invited into the Coachella Valley, into Ventura County in the Central Valley, into South Central Los Angeles and Santa Ana, and I've learned to see those places through their eyes. And I never expected that, and it's been such a gift to me personally as a thinker and as a writer and as a human being. I've also been assisted by so many great TAs, too many to name here, and also the great people in my department. I mean, I really was a rookie, a novice. And Luis DeCipio, Anita Casavantes Bradford, Laura Enriquez, Glenda Flores, and especially Deborah Michelle, Debbie Michelle, who always answered all my questions. How do I do this, Debbie? How do I deal with 200 people? How do I deal with their requests? Thank you so much, Debbie, for all your patience with me. And also to the people in my the other half of my teaching in the School of Humanities, in English and Literary Journalism, Barry Siegel and Patricia Pearson, who have also guided me through the process of teaching large classes there. So this is really such a wonderful honor. I'm so deeply moved, and thank you to everyone. Thank you.
Felicidades. It's beautiful. The next award we're announcing today is the Dean's Award for Outstanding Teaching Innovation. Congratulations, Cecilia Lynch, from the Department of Political Science. Professor Lynch's online course on critical investigations into humanitarianism in Africa was first taught in the spring quarter of 2020. Not only did the course attract 49 students for the first offering, but it also was commended for being evaluated in the top 15% of courses across the School of Social Sciences for teaching effectiveness. This is a remarkable achievement. Professor Lynch applied for and received a system-wide Innovation, Learning, and Technology Initiative Award by UCOP to create and mount this course, which included students from UCI, UC Riverside, UCLA, UC Davis. In its first year, Professor Lynch is again offering the course in the spring of 2021, system-wide, with the higher cap to accommodate the potential for increased demand. Perhaps it goes without saying that preparing such an online course requires a great deal of upfront time and effort. This was Professor Lynch's first online course, and she worked closely with the team at the Digital Learning Institute at UCI, as well as Elham Kasim, her TA, to produce her own video, translate and caption those of others in English, French, and Arabic, and organize the Canvas site, including the syllabus, required readings, and additional videos. What really makes this course unique, however, is not only the subject matter and online format, but Professor Lynch's commitment to finding ways through technology of various kinds to break down barriers transnationally. She incorporated transnational student dialogue into the course, as well as short papers that could be developed into CIHA blog posts. Her course is a unique experience that provides students not only with cutting-edge interdisciplinary research on humanitarianism in Africa, its problems and prospects, but she also found ways to engage students in innovative dialogue across continents. Please join me in congratulating Professor Lynch. Feel free to also have some words for us. I'm so happy.
Well, thank you all. And thank you very much to the school and the school administration, the executive committee, and everyone for creating these awards. And I want to acknowledge first that my graduate students, as well as my children and my family, would find it very ironic that I'm receiving a Teaching Innovation Award, because I tend not to be at all techno savvy. So I have invited a number of folks here to thank, because mounting this course truly creates a village, or truly necessitated a village. First of all is Megan Linos, the Director of Online Education at DTEI. Megan, I hope that as I call everybody's names, I hope you will raise your hand in the Zoom so that people can see you. Megan, I went to her with a fairly vague idea, and well, she helped me develop it. She saw its potential from the get-go. Soon thereafter, followed by Bo Choi and Natalie Hadland in producing the videos, and Bo in terms of just being that support all the way through, making sure things got done, making sure the other videos from my colleagues got produced. And at the same time, Elham Kazemi, one of my PhD students, who's been fantastic in giving feedback and helping design the course all the way through. There are some other folks. Please do show your hands, because as I said, as you said, this course is open not only to, or open to students across the UC system. And we did increase our numbers this year. We also have about 22 students from institutions in Africa who are taking the course and engaging with our students in WhatsApp and Zoom conversations. So I really want to thank Albert Bangarana from UKZN, University of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa, who's been with the CHA blog from quite a long time ago and has also provided enormously useful feedback. Alan Ndoswe from a master's candidate at the Hekima University Institute for Peace Studies and International Relations in Nairobi, and also Linus Kawunde, also from the same institution. Moïse Didieu from Gaston Berger University in Saint-Louis, Senegal. Moïse has also written blog posts and has helped with our translation. We have a number of students from Senegal. And Ebenezer Bozampra from the Institute of African Studies at the University of Ghana. All of these folks are just wonderful PhD and master students to work with. And I also then want to thank Misbah Haider, another PhD candidate at UCI, who's been a fantastic TA for the course this year. So without all of these folks, it wouldn't happen. And they're all fantastic. So thank you all.
Beautiful. Well, congratulations again to our fantastic teachers, and thank you all for your contributions to our educational mission. I'll now hand the Zoom room over to Associate Dean Mike McBride.
Okay, thanks, Jeanette. I have the honor today of announcing our Associate and Assistant Professor Research Awards, as well as the Graduate Order of Merit Awards. So first, the Professor Research Awards. These awards recognize excellence on a strong research project proposal by a faculty member in the school. Thanks to the Executive Committee of the School of Social Sciences for making the very difficult selections from among many worthy proposals. The awards are funded by the Dean's Leadership Society, which is a network of supporters and friends of the School of Social Sciences. So our first award is the 2021 Social Sciences Assistant Professor Research Award. And this award goes to Erin Lockwood from the Department of Political Science for her proposal, Mitigating or Legitimating How International Organizations Frame and Respond to Global Economic Inequality. This project, which is her next book project, analyzes global economic inequality and its implications for responsibility, ethics, and international politics. She will assess how governmental policies and practices structuring international lending institutions shape global distribution of wealth and income. This will allow for a detailed analysis of how international economic inequality is being discussed at the international level and how these discussions are shaping policies. Professor Lockwood, would you like to say a few words?
Sure, thank you, Mike, and thanks as well to the Dean's Leadership Council and the Executive Committee. I'm really excited about this project, and I'm thrilled to have some funding to sort of get it going over the summer. This is a continuation of some research I did with one of our graduate students, Kristen Anstos, last summer, looking at how international economic organizations are thinking about wealth and income inequality at the global level, which is a topic I've become very interested in, and one that unfortunately I think the past year has only sort of underscored the importance of understanding. So it's great to have some funding to be able to keep this project going, and it's really great to be able to sort of tell people about it and share this topic, because it's one that I'm pretty passionate about. So thank you so much.
Great, congratulations. Our next honor is the 2021 Social Science Associate Professor Research Award. And this goes to Laura Enriquez from the Department of Chicano Latino Studies on the project Unequal Educations, Establishing the Role of Institutional Context in Undocumented College Students' Education and Well-Being. Professor Enriquez's research examines how unauthorized immigration status adversely affects young adult experience and thus entire families and communities. Her UC Collaborative to Promote Immigrant and Student Equity project has obtained UC multi-campus research programs and initiatives funding and will serve as the basis of her next book. Her work will generate a more nuanced understanding of the education experiences and well-being of undocumented students system-wide at UC and the Cal States, while providing new insight on how student experience is affected by informal campus climates and formal institutional policies. The findings will contribute to scholarship on illegality while informing policymakers on how to thoughtfully advance achievement in this severely disadvantaged and uniquely vulnerable community. Professor Enriquez, would you please provide some comments?
Yeah. Thank you. I'm really excited to be honored and to get this award, and thank everybody who's on the selection committee. I think that the award and my selection really speaks to the increasing value being placed on doing work that is engaged in the community, that is collaborative, that is identifying ways to advance equity and inclusion and social justice through research that's directly linked to policy and practice. And I think that's really great to see that being valued and that work is moving in that direction. I want to thank my collaborators, both faculty and students at and beyond UCI. This project in particular builds on the survey that we did last year, where we worked with 20 faculty across the state at CSUs and UCs to do a survey of undocumented students. And now we're going back and now we'll be able to interview survey participants, right? So this funding actually allows me to build collaborations primarily with junior women of color faculty at the CSU. And I'm really excited to be able to do that work. Thanks.
Congratulations, Professor Enriquez. We'll now move on to the Order of Merit Awards for graduate students, and we'll begin with the Charles A. Lave Paper Prize Award. This award is given annually in the School of Social Sciences in honor of Charlie Lave, who was an economics professor who served on the UCI faculty for more than 30 years, and who valued creative thinking, clear writing, and innovative uses of empirical data. The prize-winning paper displays clear exposition of creative models and points and theories, and points to or includes data that permit evaluation of the models. The winner of the award is Mark Hupp, graduate student from economics, for the winning paper, Labor, Coercion, and Trade, Evidence from Colonial Indonesia. This paper analyzes corvée labor, a form of coerced labor in Indonesia during the first half of the 20th century. Hupp compiles a novel data set of labor and trade, and informed by a model of coerced labor, estimates a statistical model to determine how labor coercion responds to movements in international trade. He finds that coerced labor declines with trade booms, demonstrating a surprising link between the labor practice and international trade. Mark, would you please say a few words?
Yes, thank you very much, Mike, and thank you all at the School of Social Sciences. I'm very honored to win this award, and I would also like to thank my advisors in helping me develop this paper. Those are Dan Bogert and Gary Richardson, who you saw earlier, and Sergio Scaperdas and Valora Arti. And I would also like to thank David Newmark, because he has this class which is really focused on just developing one paper. You're basically presenting every 2 or 3 weeks. And I think that really helped me in developing this paper. So yeah, thank you, everyone.
Great, congratulations, Mark. The next award is the A. Kimball Romney Award, which annually honors an outstanding graduate paper identified through a school-wide competition. And we actually have co-winners this year. One of the winners is Daniel Ferruzzi from Economics for a paper titled Economic Distress and Electoral Consequences, Evidences from Appalachia. And the other co-winner is Caitlin Mallet, sociology graduate student, for the paper Consent and Contest, How Affirmative Consent Went from Controversy to Convention. Daniel's not here today. However, I will read a short statement on his behalf. He says, I would like to thank the UCI School of Social Sciences for this award, as well as my committee members, Damon Clark, David Newmark, and Matt Friedman. The paper is dedicated to my mom, Firuz Ferruzzi, who told me it was her favorite thing I've written. She passed away from cancer this week, but told me how proud she was. Caitlin, the other co-winner, is here. Caitlin, would you please say a few words?
Yeah, thank you. I just want to thank the School of Social Sciences for giving me this award, the sociology department, especially David Maurer, for reading endless drafts of this paper over the course of like the last 3 years. Kristen Turney for being such a supporting and caring mentor, my friends and colleagues who have listened to me rant about the theoretical framing of this paper and have just motivated me to keep working on it. And then my family for always reminding me of why I'm pursuing a PhD. And my sister's actually here in the Zoom call, so thank you, Jamie. And I thank you so much.
Okay, congratulations, Caitlin. Okay, our next honor is a relatively new award. It's the Etel Solingen Award for Outstanding Graduate Paper in International Relations. The award recognizes a paper that contains an original idea, strong theoretical foundation, well-developed research design and empirical analysis, and reflects the student's own work. We actually have 2 awards. We have the award from last year, from 2020, and the award from this year, 2021. For the 2020 winner, the award goes to Prince Hito, a political science graduate student, for the paper Global Supply Chains and Great Power Competition in Africa. This paper addresses the impact of competition between China and the US via global supply chains on the economic growth of South Africa customs union states. Hito's paper addresses a timely topic in both international relations and the comparative politics of economic and political development, draws on the specific role of global supply chain and theory to make an original contribution to understand the evolving political economy of Southern African states, as well as their insertion in the global international relations of the 21st century. Congratulations, Prince. Are you here to say a few words?
Well, I just want to say thank you to Professor Solingen. I don't think I would have been even writing this paper without her. She was the inspiration, and I am really grateful for the opportunity she gave me to work on this project. And Professor Lynch for like always supporting me. And I think that this paper shows to some extent like how much I have grown in the UCI program. And I am grateful for all the opportunities and all the mentoring that I have received over the years. And to the award committee, thank you.
Hey, congratulations, Prince. The 2021 winner of the award is Aaron Tester, a sociology graduate student, for his paper, Reconstituting the State, Decentralization, Development, and the Rise of Local Governments, 1970 to 2015. So this paper addresses central issues in international relations, tracing the effects of international institutions on states using an original data set and some sophisticated research methods. The paper recently received an encouraging revise and resubmit at the journal Social Forces, which is one of the top journals in sociology. This is an additional indication of the outstanding quality of the scholarship. So congratulations to Aaron, who could not be here today, but I do have a short statement that I'll read on his behalf. Thank you. It's an honor to receive this award, and I'm sorry I could not make it today. I'm grateful to the committee who took the time to read the many great papers submitted. I'm also thankful for my chair, Evan Schofer, and all members of my dissertation committee who helped me hone this project along the way. Finally, congratulations to all the other awardees. Our next award is the Kathy Alberti Prize, which recognizes a graduate student who holds truly outstanding promise as a future professor or academic. The student selected epitomizes a broad range of talents, including scholarship, teaching, student mentoring, electronic pedagogy, or any other relevant area of contribution as defined by the nominator. Kathy was a longtime staff member in the school. She retired many years ago, but her memory lives on in this prize. The winner of this prize for 2021 is Nathan Chan, political science graduate student in his 5th year and a Podlick Fellow with the Jack Peltison Center for the Study of Democracy. His research has been published in major journals in the field. He teaches his own classes and has demonstrated a remarkable commitment to service in the Department of Political Science and the discipline. He will take a tenure track position at Santa Clara University in fall 2022, staying an additional year at UCI to complete his National Science Foundation Graduate Research Program Fellowship. Nathan continues to impress us with generosity in helping faculty and graduate students excel. Nathan, would you please provide a few remarks?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. McBride and the School of Social Sciences for this award. I'd also like to congratulate fellow faculty, graduate students, and undergraduates who are being recognized today. I'm grateful to my nominator, Louis DeCipio, and my committee members, Michael Tesler and Devin Phoenix, who have always been there to support me, as well as the Center for the Study of Democracy, who have been integral to my professional development. And I'd also like to thank the undergraduate students and mentees in Decade Plus who have fully enriched my time at UCI. And I look forward to continue research, teaching, and service to marginalized communities in higher education in the future. So thanks everyone and congrats.
Congrats, Nathan. Our next award recognizes outstanding scholarship and achievement, which may include the student's own research, participation in collaborative research, written papers, presentations, or other academic indications considered significant by the nominator. And we again have co-winners. The co-winners this year are Aiden Moseni from Logic and Philosophy of Science Department and Pin-Chun Chen from the Cognitive Sciences Department. So before pursuing a PhD, Aiden worked for several years in industry and completed a master's degree at CMU. He came in ready to work and direct his own studies, and as a result has made incredible progress while as a graduate student. Because he so quickly picks up new subject matters and his intellectual talents, he has co-authored with no fewer than 6 LPS faculty members, and no previous student has done anything quite like this. The results are 2 papers in top philosophy journals. Besides this remarkable publication record, he has 3 more papers under review and 8 more in progress. Furthermore, the dissertation project is entirely separate from his already published work. He could not be here today. However, I'll read his statement on his behalf. He says, I would like to thank Kaylin O'Connor and Simon Hudiger for their invaluable support. So it's brief remarks. He's probably back to work on another paper, I'm sure. Pen Chun is a 4th-year graduate student in the Sleep and Cognition Lab. Key to her success is a mixture of intellectual brilliance, impressive determination, excellent technical skills, and a strong dedication to mentoring undergraduate research assistants. In addition to her large teaching experiences, she has 4 first author peer-reviewed articles, and she's co-authored 3 other papers with 3 first years, with the first 3 in the first 3 years of her graduate program. She also has 3 papers in the process of submission. She's given talks at international conferences, completed a master's in statistics, and she advanced to candidacy within 3 years in her program. She also is not here today, and she left a statement as well. I'm very honored and grateful to receive the Outstanding Scholarship Award. I would like to thank the School of Social Sciences for offering this award and thank my advisor, Dr. Sarah Mendick, for her mentoring. Our final award today is for outstanding service. This award recognizes contributions to the social sciences community, including the intellectual growth of others. Significant activities might include formal or informal help to students, organizing seminars, service on committees, efforts to improve teaching and curricula, or public activities bringing favorable attention to the student's home department, the School of Social Sciences, or the UCI campus. The winner is Nick Lux, an anthropology graduate student. Nick has excelled in research and scholarly activities. Nick is an extraordinary graduate student leader. Their exceptional service contributions have significantly improved undergraduate pedagogy and meaningfully supported graduate student intellectual and professional development while advancing UCI's goals of inclusive excellence. NEEC put their advanced training as a pedagogical fellow to use by co-founding and leading an inclusive instruction working group. This cross-disciplinary community supports faculty and graduate students in their efforts to create accessible learning environments. In March 2020, as the university prepared to launch spring classes remotely, NEEC worked closely with individual faculty members to transfer their courses into campus and quickly created distance learning accessibility guidelines to share with the faculty and TAs. These guidelines helped ensure that inclusion and accessibility were not sidelined in our change to remote instruction. NEEC's accomplishments are notable not only for the sheer quantity of service they engage in, but for the substantial impact they have had in multiple areas. NEEC, would you please say a few words?
Sure, thanks so much. Yeah, I mean, it's a real honor to have my service be recognized by the School of Social Sciences, and big shout out to my committee, who has always taken a very holistic approach to my professional development, and have always been very supportive of thinking about academic engagement involving research and teaching and other forms of service. I think the thing that motivates me to engage in this kind of service is that I think that it creates the kind of scholarly community that I want to be a part of. And so just big kudos to all the other faculty and graduate students who are putting their energy into the service that does create such a great academic community. Thanks.
Great, congratulations, NEECs, and to all of the other awardees. And I'll turn the time over to Dean Maurer.
Thank you so much, Mike. And thanks, Mike and Jeanette, for presenting the awards. Congrats to all of the award recipients yet again. Big round of applause. I'm sorry that we can't celebrate in person. We will again soon. And I also just want to take a minute also to acknowledge and recognize the members of the executive committee and the other review committees for going through the award selection process and coming up with our winners today, as well as the Dean's Leadership Society and the faculty, staff, and emeriti donors who have sponsored many of these awards. Thank you so much for your generous support. And anyone wants to make a new award, come talk to me. We can set that up. It really is always such a nice time of year when we get to do this in person. And again, I'm sorry that we can't do that now, but at least, I hope everyone can feel the spirit of conviviality and esprit de corps that we've got here at the School of Social Sciences as we recognize each other for our achievements across teaching, research, mentoring, and the support of the campus's mission of inclusive excellence to serve all of our students from marginalized backgrounds. It really is always such a thrill for me to hear about the work that everyone's done over the past year. And again, thank you for all that you've done and congratulations. I also just want to thank again Fran Holm and Jasmine Esquivius, who have helped us set up this event today. Thank you both. And I hope everyone has a wonderful end of week 10 and finals week and then summer. Hooray. Take care, everybody, and thank you.